Oh, that's a big mental space. Well, let's get into yeah. Which Mongolia? I told you.
Man,
I told you she revealed way too much last episode.
yeah, man.
And I feel like this came full circle. She was definitely riding that high horse, like you said.
Mm.
She even took the bait with the guy throwing the rock at her shoe to be like, "Hey, come here." Because then Tarugane saw that as, "Hang on, this lady just told me to watch out for her." I think that's what happened.
Yeah, well,
I think that's what
that's the
happened. She
thing.
told her to
We don't
watch out
know
for her.
we don't know what she said.
But the looks, you gotta look at the cues.
Okay.
She gave her a
Ha.
look when she walked away, like, why is she going to this random person?
Mm.
Who is she really
Yeah,
serving?
yeah. She's
What is
moving
she
around me.
plotting?
Yeah.
And then she lost her trust. She lost all trust in her because she saw it happen in
Mm.
real time of like she
Yeah.
goes to talk to this guy and then she came
Yeah.
back and she didn't say nothing to her. Like, yeah,
Yeah, see.
maybe I'm the only one in my position of power and maybe the Empress
Mm.
was right about her or something because I feel like the Empress set up those two to split. She may not have set up the whole thing, but I think she did because how did Torugane get the powder or the thing?
Well, you know what?
Unless it was just planted there.
I think that I think it's less of fake Fatima telling the Empress too much information, though like I think that did happen. I think it's more of the Empress actually has a God complex. And because Fatima said what she said, it triggered that, and then she just ran with that. Because what she told her was, "Oh, well, are you sure you should trust Tuli and Lady? Because I served under them once upon a time, and she has all the information. They have this much land, they have this much power. Whew, okay."
Mm.
But like you but and when the Empress confronted her, it was like, all right, your life is in the balance. Why would you say that? And she's like, well, because you are the smartest, and so is the Krey Khan. You're the best to rule. And when like she was looking at her hands, like, me? I thought it was when I looked at that, I was like, she's like, yo, you disrespected my culture and da da da, and like full of shit, and now you're saying that I'm the best. Like, what the? I think I misread that. I think she looked at that as, oh, I can do this. I am God. Yeah, she took that as, oh, you know what? She does have too much power. I'm gonna take that away from her.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
because this way, for what she did to set up the whole, oh, Tarugane's like trying to kill her. All right, you killed that wife off.
mm,
She's, imprisoned. Oh, well, if
mm-hmm.
he dies, the other wife is gone.
Right. And I don't think it's so much about getting rid of Teregane. I think it was more so about acquiring Fatima.
Yeah.
Because it's
Yes,
like,
but also you just limited Fatima to not be, you don't have anyone to go to.
I don't, I,
So
yeah.
you have to rely on her.
Yeah, I think it's okay. Fatima already thinks I'm Queen Dingaling
Let's
or
keep it that way.
Queen.
But that's what I'm saying. Let's
Yeah,
keep it that way.
queen over it.
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna make sure that I lock her in. She
Mhm.
has so much knowledge. That's an asset I could use. Teregane doesn't know. She's doing
Uh-oh.
that. I'm gonna take that asset
Yeah.
and I'm gonna use this move not only to take this asset, but to position the pieces in order to eliminate one of the biggest threats.
Hmm.
And it's like, oh, this person who's acquiring all this knowledge.
And by doing this, you still follow up in your goal. You make Torugane think that you're splitting up the people because I feel like you
Mm-hmm.
got to her. So
Mm-hmm.
she set up by killing Genghis Khan, who she said out loud, "I'm
No,
gonna
no,
kill
no,
you."
not Genghis, but
The son.
yeah.
Yeah,
The new Khan.
the
Yeah.
new Khan. By killing him, you'll get what you want. Here's the powder. No one will know, and you can blame Fatima.
Mm-hmm.
So does that, and then, oh, who knows why she did it? Fatima, it wasn't you. Fatima, What happened?
Yeah,
Fatima, have you noticed anything weird about her? Has she, she always speaks about this out loud.
yeah. So it's like I don't think she knows that Fatima like feels the way that she feels. I don't think that Teregane revealed anything about Fatima, but
No,
she was
but
able to spin enough doubt in Teregane that now she's acting weird towards Fatima.
and I knew this was going to happen because if
Mm.
Fatima was able to get to Tarugane, she was going to be able to get to Tarugane too.
Yeah, that's a good
And
point.
the
Because they're
setup, you
both
even
equally as
because you even
clever.
saw her like cower and hiding after he got sick, because I don't think she expected that.
Yeah, when they're
I don't think
searching
she expected
when
them
they're
to be
searching her
there.
belongings, she was like, "Wait, what?" And so maybe she was afraid that Fatima had done something and then made a move against the Khan, and she didn't know about it, and she's just like,
But
"Yo,
no, no, because she was fully set up on this. I think the Empress put it on the Khan. He didn't know. He went to go see her, and then she left the
mm,
jar in in her possessions,
hmm
and then she probably blamed Fatima for it. So putting them against each other really makes it out that it
yeah,
was the Empress. Fatima doesn't know it was the Empress.
mm."
Fatima thinks it's Tarugane, and now it's just like a whole spiel.
Everybody mistrusts everybody else, but
But hey,
she's the one that
everyone
acquires
trusted
all
the
the
one who
power.
grabbed the cup and said, "I'll take my own life." No,
Right.
no, it has to be family, but we don't have it. Albeit, you
Yeah.
will.
A child, perhaps a brother, maybe like
The brother,
she was thought maybe she had a thing set up with them. She's like
he definitely set that up because
that evil
he
smile, bro?
didn't even
Dude.
question it because why?
He's so
Wait,
unquestionably
why did
loyal to his
why?
people.
No, but why?
I think it's he just he has full faith in the
Yes,
customs
but
and his
also
brothers.
why? The servant went back to him and the wife and said, "Oh, Fatima, we could trust her."
Oh.
So she set that seed
Oh, well, I
in
didn't think.
such a way of like, oh, all this health stuff, blah, blah, blah. Like, this is what's happening. He's ill, but Fatima gave him this is that for him to be better. So we can
I think
trust.
it was the women who understood like at some kind of level. Tuli's wife was just like something's off, and she's like, you know what? I'll trust Fatima. But I think Tuli is like a bonehead.
He is,
I don't think he
but
knows anything.
but the wife would be the one who would say, "Hey, let's
Beware, watch
let
out. I
let's
don't
look
know.
into
Don't take your
this." But
time. Don't
no, we have
go.
Fatima.
Yeah.
She set this up so well.
Yeah. This is
Man,
incredible because then not only
mastermind.
you get rid of one of the brothers,
Hmm.
the brother with the most land, with the biggest army, with the most accolades, because we see the
And
generals talking
you
about
have
it.
nothing to do with it because he came up willingly
Yeah,
because
I was going to
his
sacrifice
faith,
myself. It
his
wasn't me.
faith
What are you talking about?
of like, yeah, of course I would do that.
Yeah. 'Cause, like and so she's not yeah, she's not a suspect, but then she gains all this power. She takes all this power away from Tuli. This power comes back to the Khan, and then it's like, okay, then she's better able to rule. She has this God complex. So she's like, oh, well, I'm
Because
able to do what
now
I'm doing more
Khan's
effectively.
sick, brother's dead. Who's going to rule in place?
Mm.
Either the other brother comes from far away, but at the time, she holds all the power
Yeah,
as the Empress.
and that brother that was able to have all these big accomplishments, it's like even you saw the generals talking about it. This guy reminds me of Genghis Khan.
Hmm.
I'll leave it at that. Like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna talk about it. But like yeah, it's just a lot of similarities. So maybe she's heard some voices because it's not just Fatima and Teregane that she's talking to. I'm sure she's locked into
She
everybody.
has an interweb,
So
yeah.
she knows like how people feel about
And
everybody.
this is
And she's
why
like, oh,
if
this
you
guy's a
think you
problem.
have a plan to go up against a big set of people, don't overstep. If you have someone above you and they agree with you and they want to go with this plan, you gotta work as equals in the background, but as master servant, if that's what it is.
Yeah, that's what
Because that's where I feel
mm,
really broke down.
mm. Yeah, it was an incredible episode. It
Yeah.
was and it opens up so many questions and we could only speculate on most of it, but it was definitely diabolical and it's you could have the purest of intentions like Tuli's wife is very clever, had acquiring all this knowledge for the benefit of the empire and her husband. But she was willing to like, okay, things aren't working, take a step back. Fatima is very smart, wise even, because of everything that she knows and understanding how to apply information. But the Empress,
Foolish to the point that she
she she
overindulged
she
that.
thinks that she's the what is it called? Like the when you think like you're the
Yeah.
you just think
She thought
nobody
she was
can.
in, no one could
I
question
know
her.
my thing. Like you don't fathom of reality where there's other people with the same level of intellect or cleverness that are able to combat against you. Now, I don't think the Empress knows anything about what Fatima's intentions are. I think it's just she just always had this God complex or developed this God complex after Fatima was like, "Yo, you're it."
Yeah.
And Fatima's intention was, okay, I'm going to start to sow division slowly and then figure out how to pick at it. It's like I think she underestimated like people will move based off of what you tell them. And so she has her own set of plans. And based off what you gave her, she's like, I'm gonna take this action. And so yeah, this is an incredible show. This is an incredibly
Yeah.
dense.
I don't know how this is gonna pan out. I mean, I will flip my hat if this was all Tarugane's and Fatima's plan all along. I'll be like,
Oh, no way.
that's deep, but I
I
don't
don't think
think
so.
so.
I don't think so at all. I don't think so. Because this is so far beyond anything that they can imagine.
Hmm.
So I don't think they can. I don't think they understood. But I think from this, Fatima will understand like wow the impact of her words and the importance of information.
Hmm.
So and to Regane, hopefully her and Fatima will be able to come back to some kind of reconciling or through the confusion. Oh, and this is so terrible because after this they're about to split up. So
Here's the
the
other
fourth
thing,
prince
like,
might die and they might not even know anything.
well, here's the other thing. Now, let's say Tarugane isn't released, is, in prison because she's prime suspect, as we know. The other son dies, and now it's like, well, what's that of Fatima? Oh,
Hmm.
you're a slave girl. We don't need you anymore.
Yeah, or either that or the Empress is like, I'll bring you to my employ.
Maybe. Because she wouldn't want someone who questions her. She'd only want
See,
someone who's
but I don't know. See, I don't. But like maybe because they're so far separated, because the princes are about to split up.
mhm.
So like this dude's gonna die, and no one's gonna know how to cure him. And Fatima's gonna be over here like, oh, well, we died. I guess he took the cure. Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah.
But she's so distraught about Teregane that she's just like, okay, she's just thinking the Empress is just thinking like, hey, I'm gonna acquire this asset. I'm gonna get rid of this problem, and we're gonna acquire all this problem's assets into ours. And then the other two, they're not that big of a problem. Actually, he's really close with this one. The other brother, I don't know if he's a big problem or not. If I decide to, easy work. So this is again, this is the former wife of Genghis Khan. Like she's played this game before. This ain't her first rodeo. I don't think Fatima's in over her head. This is scary. How is Tuli's wife gonna react? I don't know. Man, this is terrifying. And because you've seen like at the beginning of the episode, like, oh, all these main characters, okay, dead, 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 dead. So now you're like, oh, like the kid is dead. Like, oh, he went off to study. Never see each other again. Oh, by the way, yeah, dead. Uncle dead. He's dead. He's a dude.
The
He's
whole
dead.
circle
The
of
slave
people you
dead.
had
Mom
gone.
figured dead. The other slave lady dead. Like, yo, people like because they set that as the pace,
Mhm.
you don't know what's gonna happen. Who's
Mhm.
gonna die? Who's not gonna see who ever again? What's gonna happen? It's great storytelling. This is incredible, and on top of like just showcasing like oh the beauty of this, like the lore of the religion of the time, and that the Turks and the Mongols believing in this
The
like
worst part is
great god
you
who
know
came to
what happens if
stone.
you just read history. The anime just, I don't know. Kind of want to wait for the next episode.
It's so cool because I mean in history everyone studies Genghis Khan and would showcase the fall of like generations later the fall of the Mongol Empire, but this weird period in between right after Genghis Khan's death, like this slight in between here and there. Not really covered a lot. There's not a lot of information out there. At least, at least it's not advertised that well.
Maybe
So
not in the US anyway.
yeah, so I don't know. This is interesting stuff.
I can't wait for the next episode. It definitely had a spiritual awakening, I'll say that.
I'm sorry, real fast. I gotta go back. I forgot because the animators of Ghost in the Shell and of Jaadugar, I think they're the same animators.
Hmm.
Um, in Jaadugar, they had like this these really cool scenes where like the animation I think is beautiful overall, but there was like two scenes in particular. One was like when the dude shot the arrow and he's going towards the army, like the dude who's like standing in around all his comrades that are all killed, and he's just like looking up like destitute, like
Yeah, I
it's
forgot about that.
over. And then it's from the viewpoint of the arrow, and they're animating the whole thing up to the point where it impacts him. Like beautifully done, dark. You see the the anguish of everybody, like it, or someone in his position, just like even though we outnumbered them 4-1, all the elements worked
That was
against
something
us.
that got me though. Like they had, I think, 120,
Yeah, 140, something
140,
like
so
that.
100,000 extra men,
Yeah, yeah.
and you sent all of them out to, yeah, we'll just crush them. And not one of you, like, I don't know. I
Mm.
felt like they could have easily just sent like one set of half of the 40 to go attack them before the snow,
Mm.
but they didn't. I don't know what
Yeah,
happened there.
yeah. There's a lot of something there. I mean, they're just
But
thinking like,
it
oh,
was
it's a
very,
giant snowstorm. Like,
yeah.
I'm not gonna attack a snowstorm. It's a psycho. Like, no one does that. So, and then when it was over, it's like nobody, they weren't ready. The other side was.
They
So I
were
was like,
already drained. They were already standing there for 4 days in the snow. I'm like,
yeah, they were already exhausted before that.
meanwhile, they're like, yeah, let's dig trenches. Yeah, let's get
They
blankets
were,
on the horse. Let's, yeah, fair.
it's funny because that's a shout out to the episode one was when the dude dropped the pot in the middle of the foyer. I know what's coming. We got to prepare because the 40,000 were prepared. They're able to take out a force that was 4 times their size.
Hmm.
Like I thought that was
Like they
incredible.
didn't even run. They're like, arrows. Oh shoot.
Yeah, but like the animation was beautiful
Hmm.
and like a dark time, like a bunch of people dying. Like that's bad. But yeah, this the
It's
essence of the
dark.
time. This is what happens. Yeah, but and then like the little subtle things that there's a point where Tuli is like unquestionable. Oh, my brother's gonna come. Yeah, we're good. Ha ha. We're outnumbered 4-1. Cool. We're good. Like, no, we'll die. Like, no, we're good. And then at some point, everyone's looking at him like, huh? And there's a part where this point where the horse looks back
You
and
gotta
the
put it
horse,
right here.
horse like, like holy
Who?
that
Not the horse face.
that small detail, man.
See that should be the thumbnail.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna look for that.